Hi everyone and welcome to our video for our Lakeshore Cottage collection. You ready for a little bit of water time? Is the heat getting you down a little bit? Get out, get to the beach, go to the oceanside, go to the lake, maybe the river, even the water park. Anything goes with water. This is a gorgeous collection with such pretty colors. Really makes you feel like that light breezy days of summer when you go out and you get into the water scene, have a little bit of sunshine. It is just great in order to capture those moments. So this is our bundled Lakeshore Cottage, which includes all 5 coordinated products. And again, for those of you that are new to us, when you purchase the bundled version, you get each of these 5 products, plus you save 20% off versus purchasing each item individually. So it includes our FQB, which is our papers and elements pack. It includes our additional Lakeshore Cottage 2 paper pack, our Alpha, our additional Lakeshore Cottage Solids paper pack, which is kind of like the coordinated cardstock, and as well our Little Bits Lakeshore Cottage, which is an additional elements pack. You get no duplicate products in here, so don't worry about that when buying that. There are no duplicates. It just gives you so many more options in order to create with. So let's go see what this offers here in its entirety. In the FQB, with our background papers, as you can see, there it is. Doesn't that just even look like a picnic day? There's so much you can do with this kit. Like I said, it is very water themed, but maybe you even went to a water themed, whether it's a water park or you went to a water themed event that you saw like a few animals, like you'll see the flamingos coming up and the flowers. Look at that. Doesn't that just give you that fresh, water feeling of summer? Just, you know, that cool, great feeling you get when you're near the water and you get a dip in the water after you've been sitting in the sun. This just, you know, that captures that feeling. You'll see this beautiful floral comes in several different colors because we're not sure what kind of color palette you choose to work with. You may love this pink or you may love a darker teal. So we want to be sure to give you lots of options. It gives you lots of creativity. Same thing with the leaves. Aren't they just luscious leaves? They just remind you of more of a tropical kind of destination. Same thing with these leaves here in different colors so that you have lots of opportunity in terms of your creations in order to make multiple things that obviously coordinate but don't look exactly the same. We don't want that to happen. So maybe you're even scrapbooking or somebody is going away on a beautiful beach vacation. Perfect for this, right? No problems. This kit will fit the bill, no problem. And here's a great shoreline scene. Can you imagine, here you are making a layout, you have your photo here, you have some of those, we'll see them coming up here, some of the elements with the florals, the flamingo, the paddles, the buoys, that kind of thing. You have a great starting paper just in this, and here's another one in a little bit lighter color if that's the way you choose to go. There are, like I said, a lot of options. And here we are with the stationary backs. Now, doesn't this kind of exude tropical? So like I was saying earlier, if you had gone on a tropical vacation and there's that flora and fauna of those sorts of places that for us here in, where we live, we do not have any tropics at all. So we have to go away on vacation for that sort of thing. But there you are. You have a great starting point in order to make your cards and layouts and mini albums. A fabulous travel thing. Maybe you're making a travel journal and that was part of your destination, was a great tropical place. Here you go. You've got perfect things in order to adorn your planner with fabulous items and elements. Here is the toiles. Obviously, we want to give you some simpler patterns, some more muted patterns, as well as those more intricate ones with the leaves and the flowers. Here's another different version of water with the waves kind of rippling in the back. Again, how can you go wrong when you're near water? This is the perfect background in order to work with when in it, right? So here's our elements. Look at the weatheredness of this buoy. Mary Fran just is, the vintagey, worn things. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it really is hitting the mark. These are just so easy to create with, and they're so real to life. When you go down to places, you don't see things that are pristine very often unless they're brand new, but even then, it doesn't last very long. They look like this. They give you that weathered look, and it gives you such a much more mature looking layout or card or mini album rather than having something that is a little more cutesy, which our style certainly used to be. This is a little more upscale and a little more mature. A day at the lake, a great cluster, again, perfect starting point. If you're always looking for creative ideas and you're thinking, okay, I love the kit, I like the colors, but I don't know where to start, these main elements and clustered elements that Mary Fran has done are perfect. They are a great thing in order to say, oh, I can kind of see this coming together. So you put that on your page, or you take inspiration from this, and then you can build around this with the color of paper choices and things like that. She does a wonderful job including things like that, as well as individual elements so that you can personalize it. Sunny days, a day at the lake, happy memories. You can write in dates, you can write in the people you were with, you can write in where it was. There's so many options with these things here. Here's some fish. Obviously, these are just fabulous, right? You can write whatever you want. We give you a blank one because we realize that not everybody's language is English, their primary language. As well as maybe you wanted to say something different. You were at the water park, so you want to write water park in here. Or you were at wherever, the destination, the date. Again, you can use these for so many things. Same thing with swim. How many times do we go to the water and have pictures of people swimming? They're in their goggles. Maybe they have your kids have swimming lessons. Maybe they have their water wings on. Whatever it is. Maybe you're even just at the pool. You have a backyard pool at a friend's place, whatever it is, these are perfect elements in order to use. And relax. Now there is the one we really want. That's kind of the point of why we go to the water's edge. Flamingos. Flamingos are such great creatures, so bright, so brilliant, and they have their great stance, right? We're not going to make any shaming comments about how they're standing. And border, floral border. This gives you the creative freedom. You saw this in the bottom of the stationary backgrounds, but this gives you the creative freedom in order to place it in anywhere you want. And actually, I'm going to show you in my card making idea, just at the end here, how I actually use this border. So you can get a feel for, okay, what exactly is he talking about? I'll give you an example when I show you that. Flower clusters, again, Mary Fran does a wonderful job of clustering them together. Already have the scale done for you. As you can see, there's shadowing around the flowers. So it really is a complete item right there. And again, great jumping off point for where you want to start your creation at. Time wasted at the lake is always time spent. A fabulous idea for a photo frame, obviously. That's the obvious one. But also to frame in elements. And again, I'm going to show you something, a way that I used this frame here, this wooden frame, in my card making idea, and I'll show you how you frame in your main elements for your cards and things like that, or layouts, obviously, that you can use these in so many different fashions. So when we're out, we want to remember our day at that beach, or at that water park, or wherever it was. So we have great journaling cards with happy thoughts, sunny memories, and simply relaxing. Gives you a nice lines in there so your printing doesn't go askew if you're kind of like me and, maybe you need a little extra help with the lining and things like that. They're fantastic for that. Journal tags that are blank, journal labels that are blank in order to, again, give you that personalization. We don't know exactly what you were doing or what you wanted to see or what your feeling was. We want you to have that ability in order to put that in there. Wonderful day. Another fabulous journal mat here. Feel the breeze. Already wonderfully done down the sides here. These could be literally, you could use this as a card insert. You can use this right in your layouts. You place this in and you journal on these. Same thing in mini albums. They're great inserts. Again, so many uses for these. Happy days. Heaven is a little closer in a home by the water. Again, labels. Mary Fran does a great job. She gives you such fabulous fonts. Doesn't this almost look like you wrote this with, you had dipped your finger in the water and you kind of wrote it out and, the water wore off in spots and things like that. Simply perfect day by the water. The beach, we're doing absolutely nothing, is doing something absolutely wonderful. Couldn't be a truer sentiment for the beach. And here's the oars. Great, again, with that vintage look to them. Relax, placed right in there. Such soft colors. Like, look at the coloring of this. The blues, the greens, they're just so perfect for this kit. Same thing with the beach paddle. A little more white in there, so it gives you a little more of that light and airy. Same thing with Enjoy. You can go so many different ways with this kit, like I was saying earlier. This way to the lake, Ribbons, great to give you little pops of color wherever you need them. You'll see how Mary Fran used them in her layout inspiration that I'll show you at the end. So it gives you a little bit of creative ideas to get you started. Sticker, welcome to the good life here. Just a nice big element, and again, you'll see how I use this in my card making idea. Some tags with just simple decorum on them. You're going to see, again, I use this tag, and I didn't write anything on it, I didn't do anything with it. You're going to see how I use this as an element. I didn't actually write on it. But Mary Fran has given you the courtesy of putting in this nice white space so that you can actually write things in if that's how you choose to use it. Vacation in a perfect tag here, and time at the lake with the florals just really garnering the attention in this beautiful title tag. No wake zone, strictly enforced. You know, again, the vintage feel, this really gives you everything that this kit embodies. So that's our FQB and everything that's included in it. Our Little Bits additional elements pack, here you are. The additional elements pack here in the Little Bits are more clustered elements. So rather than giving you, really individually things that you can personalize and create with, these ones are more done for you, which are fabulous. Give you more time at the beach, right? You can come home, quickly pop something together. It's not a big production in order to create. If you're a little bit lost on time, you're kind of behind on things, or you get home and you just think, oh, I really want to do this, I really want to get to it. But again, like I said, you don't have a lot of extra time. These work so fabulous with these clusters. And Mary Fran, you can see again how she used this white frame and put up this sentiment right behind it. A great idea. For those of you creating digitally, you can do this very easily with your layering. You just layer the frame right on top of this tag. For those of you printing, place this down on your workspace first, your beach tag, then place the frame over top of it, give it the size you want, and then print it as one item. So it becomes one solid element for you to print when you do this. More frames for you, living the dream at the shore, beach day, cottage sign, the sound of the waves speak to the soul. So you can see the way this is going. This is the life. You have finished items that you just pop in and away you go. Same thing with the labels and the tags. These are just terrific ideas in order to get you going, get you creating really easily, and to finish up really easily. All you have to do is add some background papers, maybe a photo. You're off. This is already done for you, and again, your results are going to be fabulous, but you didn't have to do all the work of thinking, okay, what should I choose? How big should it be? All those little things. These are done for you so that way you can just easily create. So there's our Little Bits. Our 2 paper pack is this guy here, and you will see the same patterns that we saw in the FQB, but not the same colors. So this damask does not come in this color in the FQB. And this is the reason for the additional elements pack, is when you get creating with kits that you love, you want to use them again and again and again, and you don't want things to be identical. You want things to be different. Same thing when you're creating a scrapbook album or a mini album. You have lots of pages you want to do in order to capture those memories and in order to preserve that big event, but you don't want everything to look absolutely identical, and that's the reason for that. The solids work very much like cardstock. Obviously, we all have a stash of cardstock or whatever the case may be, or if you're creating digitally, this gives you cardstock that is perfectly color matched. It's the same thing when you go to print. I actually had a question from a customer the other day that was the same. That was the question is, I'm looking for the perfectly matched cardstock. Do you have something like that? Sure enough, here's the solids. You can use that to back main elements and photos. You can use it as a standalone paper. You have this great stitched edge border around it. And maybe remember we saw that flower border that went along? Well, you can place that into this. You can use this as your actual working page if that's the way you want, because this gives you lots of creative ideas and creative ability, because you aren't in, there's really not a lot going on in the paper, so you can do anything you want on there. Our talk is our alpha, and done in that wave paper. You see the waves kind of going in there, and you'll see it in each of the letters here. How perfect is that for a beach-themed kit? In this alpha, you do get letters, numbers, some punctuation, obviously lowercase letters here, and this is going to allow you, in order to really highlight the names, dates, titles, places, people, your dog's name, where you were, whatever it is, you can use these, and you'll see how Mary Fran used it actually in the layout idea. It gives such punch to what really you're trying to get across to in your layouts, cards, mini albums, things like that. It really accentuates the feeling that you had there. So that is the entire collection. Now, I teased you with these. Here is Mary Fran's layout inspiration. Here's how she used lake. As you can see, it really highlights, okay, obviously day at the lake, right? We were at the lake at this moment. So you can see how that comes together. Here's her cluster that she used in here. There's how you can use these wonderful journal cards in order to say, here we are. This is what we were doing at that moment. Summer Fun 2017. There you go. Again, a perfect use for a blank tag because we wanted to say something specific, and captures and embodies the whole feeling of the day. For my card making idea, where are we? Here we are. The card, and here is, I was mentioning earlier, using the frame. So I placed down this damask green paper, this seafoam paper, put the frame over it, and used it for my main elements. So you can see the different ideas, and as well, here's that perfect day tag where I mentioned there's the white space so you can write in it. But as you can see, I just tucked it underneath because it really adds to the whole feel of this card and what I'm trying to achieve. So you can use those as just simple elements. Lastly, at the bottom, you'll see, well, let's look at the top for one quick sec. You can see I used the leaves background paper, so that's my main background paper. And then I put that floral border right on top of that paper. So you can see the effect that you can create using those individual elements. You really can design whatever you want. The sky's the limit, your creativity is the limit, and that's really what we're trying to achieve, is let you have the creative freedom, but also give you some ideas and some good clustered elements in order to work with. So folks, that's our bundled Lakeshore Cottage collection. We hope you loved it. We hope you've actually had some time, maybe at the lake, the beach, the pool, the water park, whatever it is, that you're going to just want to capture those memories, have that feeling. Maybe a tropical vacation is in your future for this coming winter, whatever it is. We hope that you love this collection as much as we do. The bright colors, the breezy feeling of it, I think you'll really enjoy creating with this. Thanks for tuning in, but before you go, please go down into the right-hand corner of this screen. You'll see our Nitwit Collections logo. Click on that to subscribe to our channel. That way you'll never miss a video when it comes out. As well, give us the thumbs up if you like the video and leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the kit. Maybe if you had some questions or anything you want to talk about, leave us a comment. We're happy to help you out. Thanks again for tuning in, and happy creating with our bundled Lakeshore Cottage collection.